Sitting volleyball is a game that is adapted for athletes with physical disabilities. Premise is basically the same as the standing game. Rules are close to the same except for a few. Our net is lower, our court is a little bit smaller. The other big changes, we actually sit on the floor and move around to play the game, and when you make contact with the ball, some part of your upper body has to be in contact with the floor when you contact the ball. UCO has always been very, very supportive of us, and I would say even more so than like the Olympic Training Center was. And so, like I said, the Wellness Center staff and everybody has been very supportive of not just having us here, but to be able to provide for us when we need something like our volleyball carts that we get. Are normally for standing volleyball, so they're way up here. We have to cut the legs off and do stuff to get them down low for our players. There's just so many different things like that they do to help support us. Operating this program and being in charge of it, I don't know that I look at it as being in charge. I look at it as my personal philosophy is I want to serve an underserved population. And I really felt like when I got involved with the program that the disabled athletes, our athletes with disabilities, were underserved in the first place, but then also on the volleyball side. And so I think that's probably the biggest thing, is to see how far we've come and how far we still need to go, but continuing to build and try to provide for these athletes. And I think a lot of times people in their minds think, oh, isn't that great, you're doing something for these disabled people or whatever. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. These are great athletes. They just happen to have a physical disability, and the game has been adapted to them so that they can show their athletic abilities. And I would dare say, if somebody wants to question that, come get on the court with them, and I think you'd find out pretty quick. And so to me, that's another thing that I think we get to showcase, is how good these athletes really are and how high a performance level that they can actually reach. And you can see that in what they've been able to accomplish and some of the accolades that they've been able to get as well.